For decades, motorcycles have represented freedom, brotherhood, respect, a way of life. Since the earliest days of Grand Theft Auto Online, motorcycle clubs have been one of the most recognizable criminal organizations players could build. Players purchased clubhouses, started businesses, earned millions of dollars, built criminal empires, but eventually, something was missing. Owning a motorcycle club never truly felt like belonging to one. There were no traditions, no promotions, no ceremonies, no reputation, no legacy. Every player became president. Every player owned a clubhouse. Every player followed the exact same path. Imagine if Rockstar changed that. Imagine if joining a motorcycle club became an entire career. A career built on loyalty, respect, sacrifice, and brotherhood. Today, I'd like to present my vision for the future of motorcycle clubs in Grand Theft Auto 6 Online. This is not a prediction. This is not leaked information. Everything you're about to hear is my own feature concept, inspired by Rockstar's design philosophy and the direction I believe GTA 6 Online could evolve. My goal isn't to replace the motorcycle club system we've had in GTA Online. It's to expand it. To create a system where players don't simply purchase a clubhouse, they become part of a living organization. Imagine a world where earning a patch means something, where your reputation follows you everywhere you ride, where every promotion is celebrated, where every officer has a responsibility, where every chapter develops its own identity, and where every player creates stories that can't be replicated. Instead of asking, how much money can I make? Players begin asking, how can I help my chapter succeed? Because at its core, a motorcycle club has never been about one rider. It's about the people riding beside you. It's about earning trust, protecting your brothers, building something that lasts. This concept is designed around one simple idea. Don't let players buy a motorcycle club. Let them become part of one. Welcome to Grand Theft Auto 6 Online, Motorcycle Club Evolution. A living motorcycle club. Every great motorcycle club begins with one thing: family. Not the clubhouse, not the motorcycles, not the businesses, the people. One of the biggest changes I'd make to GTA 6 Online is how players discover motorcycle clubs. Instead of opening a website and purchasing a clubhouse on day one, motorcycle clubs would become something players encounter naturally while exploring Leonida. Picture yourself driving through Ambrosia. You stop at a local gas station. Outside, a group of bikers are gathered around their motorcycles. Some are talking. Some are repairing bikes. Others are preparing for a ride. For the first time, motorcycle clubs don't feel like menu options. They feel like living communities. You don't become part of the club simply because you arrived. You introduce yourself. You spend time around the members. You earn their trust. Maybe you help repair a motorcycle. Maybe you unload supplies into the clubhouse. Maybe you assist during a random event on the road. Whatever you choose to do, the members notice. Every positive interaction quietly builds your reputation, not through experience points, not through levels, through trust. The officers begin recognizing your face. Members remember your name. Conversations change. Instead of treating you like an outsider, they begin treating you like someone who belongs. Eventually, you're invited back. Not as a member, not even as a prospect, simply as a hangaround. The hangaround stage is where players experience motorcycle club culture for the first time. You don't wear the club's colors. You don't attend officer meetings. You don't vote on club decisions. You haven't earned those privileges yet. Instead, you observe, you learn, contribute. And most importantly, you begin understanding what the club stands for. Because before Rockstar asks players to wear the patch, they should first understand what that patch represents. Unlike traditional progression systems, becoming a hang-around isn't measured by money. It's measured by commitment. Every visit to the clubhouse, every conversation with a member, every task you volunteer to complete, quietly builds your standing within the chapter. Imagine arriving at the clubhouse early in the morning. Some members are tuning their motorcycles before a long ride. Others are unloading supplies. A few are gathered around the bar, planning the day's activities. Instead of standing idle, you jump in. You wash motorcycles after a muddy ride through Leonida. You help stock the clubhouse with food and supplies. You organize equipment in the garage. You sweep the floor after everyone leaves. These aren't glamorous jobs. They're not designed to make players rich. They're designed to answer one simple question. Can this person be trusted? Because that's what every real organization asks before opening its doors. As a hang-around, you're occasionally invited to ride with the chapter. Not at the front, not beside the president. You ride near the back. You observe, you listen, you learn the culture. You begin recognizing each officer by their responsibilities. The president leads with experience. The vice president keeps the chapter organized. The road captain controls every ride. The sergeant at arms protects order. The enforcer protects the members. Slowly, the hierarchy begins to make sense. But there are still moments that remind you you haven't earned your place. Sometimes the club leaves without you. You watch 20 or 30 motorcycles pull away from the clubhouse. The sound of their engines fades into the distance. You're left standing in the parking lot, waiting, wondering, determined. And that's exactly how it should feel. Because anticipation creates value. The longer players work toward becoming members, the more meaningful that achievement becomes. Too many multiplayer games reward players immediately. Motorcycle Club Evolution takes the opposite approach. It asks players to invest their time, to build relationships, to earn trust. Because when the day finally comes and the chapter offers you the opportunity to become a prospect, it won't feel like another level up. It will feel like you've finally been accepted. And that's where the real journey begins. Earning your colors. By now, you've spent days, maybe even weeks, proving that you belong. You've shown up when the chapter needed help. You've worked beside members without asking for recognition. You've earned their respect, one conversation, one ride, and one task at a time. But in a motorcycle club, respect alone doesn't earn you the patch. It earns you an opportunity. Eventually, the officers call a chapter meeting. The atmosphere feels different. The room grows quiet. The president looks around the table before speaking. This person has shown commitment. This person has shown loyalty. This person deserves a chance. For the first time, your future is no longer determined by a progress bar. It's determined by the people you've earned the respect of. The chapter votes. One by one, hands begin to rise. The decision is unanimous. You've been accepted as a prospect. This moment shouldn't feel like another achievement notification. It should feel like one of the most memorable moments in GTA Online. Because becoming a prospect means the club has decided you're worth investing in. But the vest they hand you is intentionally incomplete. The prospect rocker tells everyone exactly who you are. Someone who's close enough to represent the chapter, but still has everything left to prove. From this point forward, every ride carries greater responsibility. Every decision reflects on the club. Every mistake is remembered. Every success builds your reputation. This is where Motorcycle Club evolution truly begins. Because now, you're no longer watching the Brotherhood. You're becoming part of it. As a prospect, the game begins tracking more than your participation. It begins tracking your character. Do you protect your fellow members when things go wrong? Do you stay with the formation instead of chasing personal rewards? Do you finish what you started, even when the mission becomes difficult? Every answer quietly shapes how the chapter sees you. And unlike traditional progression systems, there isn't one single objective. The club is watching everything. Not to punish players, but to reward consistency. Because real trust isn't built during one mission, it's built over time.
Brotherhood, leadership, and legacy. Leadership isn't earned in victory, it's revealed through responsibility. For many players, earning the final chapter patch would feel like reaching the finish line. But in reality, it's only the beginning. Because every successful motorcycle club depends on something much greater than patched members. It depends on leadership. Not leadership measured by money, not leadership measured by rank, leadership measured by service. One of the biggest changes I'd introduce to GTA 6 Online is giving every officer a meaningful purpose. Instead of unlocking officer titles automatically, players earn the opportunity to pursue them. And once they're earned, they must continue earning them every single week. Because leadership should never become permanent. It should be maintained. That single change transforms every officer position from a reward into a responsibility. Imagine walking into the clubhouse. Photographs line the walls. The wall of honor grows larger every month. Prospects are preparing for tonight's meeting. Patched members greet one another. Then the officers arrive. Not because they're more important, but because every one of them serves a different purpose. Together, they become the 6 pillars that hold the chapter together. Without them, the chapter begins to fall apart. Every officer represents a different kind of leadership. Every officer protects something different. Every officer creates gameplay that extends far beyond traditional missions. And it all begins with one person, the President. The President isn't simply the highest rank in the club. The President becomes the heart of the chapter. Every promotion, every alliance, every recruitment decision, every chapter meeting, every major operation begins with leadership. But here's where I think GTA 6 Online could do something completely different. The President doesn't own the chapter, the members do. Leadership exists because the chapter believes in it, not because the game assigned it. Imagine a president who stops showing up, misses meetings, ignores members, refuses to help the chapter. Over time, confidence begins to disappear. Members begin questioning that leadership. Eventually, the chapter votes, not because the president failed one mission, because leadership is measured over time. That decision changes everything. For the first time in GTA Online, respect isn't permanent. Leadership isn't permanent. Titles aren't permanent. Only trust is, because trust has to be earned again and again and again. That's what transforms a title into true leadership. But no president builds a chapter alone. Every great leader depends on someone standing beside them, and that's where the vice president begins. The strongest chapters aren't built by perfect leaders. They're built by accountable ones. Every great organization depends on people who think beyond today, who invest in the future, who understand that success isn't measured by one mission, but by what the chapter becomes months from now. That's the responsibility of the treasurer. In Motorcycle Club Evolution, the treasurer isn't just keeping track of money. They're helping shape the chapter's future. Imagine every successful chapter operation contributing to a shared treasury. Not a personal bank account, a chapter treasury. Members could voluntarily contribute toward improvements, expanding the clubhouse, creating a larger memorial wall, adding motorcycle display rooms, building a custom meeting hall, unlocking chapter museums, preserving trophies from major victories. Every investment benefits everyone. Instead of asking, "What can I buy next?" players begin asking, "What can we build together?" That single shift changes the entire purpose of progression, because the chapter becomes the greatest investment, not the individual player. But here's where I believe Rockstar could introduce something completely new. Leadership shouldn't end when you're promoted. It should begin. Every officer should continue proving they're worthy of the position they hold. Imagine every week ending with a leadership review, not a punishment, a reflection. Did the president organize meetings? Did the vice president help the chapter stay active? Did the road captain organize successful rides? Did the sergeant-at-arms protect the chapter during conflict? Did the enforcer respond when members needed help? Did the treasurer continue investing in the chapter's future? These questions aren't answered by the game. They're answered by the members. Every chapter meeting becomes more than planning. It becomes accountability. Imagine sitting around the meeting table. The officers give their reports. Members discuss the week. Ideas are shared. Concerns are raised. Successes are celebrated. Then the president asks a simple question. Is there any unfinished business? Sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the chapter must make a difficult decision. Perhaps an officer has disappeared for weeks. Perhaps someone abused their authority. Perhaps a member repeatedly attacked fellow riders or ignored the values that earned them their patch. Instead of automatic penalties, the chapter decides. Warnings, loss of reputation, temporary suspension, removal from office, or, in the most serious cases, expulsion. Not because one mistake defines a rider, but because every chapter deserves leaders who continue earning the trust placed in them. That's what makes reputation meaningful. It can be earned. It can grow. It can inspire. But if neglected, it can also disappear. Because respect isn't something you unlock. It's something you protect. Week after week, ride after ride, decision after decision. And when leadership becomes something that must be maintained, every promotion carries real weight. Because titles may be awarded, but trust is always earned. The chapter becomes stronger, not because everyone agrees, but because everyone has a voice. And that's exactly what transforms a motorcycle club into a living community. But even the strongest communities need something worth protecting. Not just the people, but the world they've built together. That's where territory changes everything.
Building a legacy. Legacy isn't measured by what you build. It's measured by what continues after you're gone. Every rider begins their journey the same way, standing outside the clubhouse, watching, waiting, wondering what it takes to become part of something bigger than themselves. Over time, that stranger becomes a hangaround. The hangaround becomes a prospect. The prospect earns their colors. The patched member serves the chapter. The officer protects it. And eventually, one rider earns the trust of the entire club. Not because they wanted power, because they consistently chose the chapter over themselves. That's what leadership means. Not giving orders, setting the example. Imagine the day your chapter elects you president. The meeting room is full. Every patched member casts their vote. Every officer looks toward the future. The chapter has decided. Not because you're the strongest rider, not because you've earned the most money, because you've earned the confidence of your brothers. That moment shouldn't feel like reaching the end of the game. It should feel like accepting your greatest responsibility. For the first time, you're no longer responsible for your own journey. You're responsible for everyone else's. Every new hangaround, every prospect, every officer, every future president. The chapter's future now depends on the leaders you create. Imagine mentoring a prospect for weeks, watching them struggle, watching them improve, watching them earn the same patch you once dreamed of wearing. Years later, they're standing beside you as an officer. Eventually, they become president. That isn't just progression, that's legacy. Because the greatest chapters aren't remembered for how much money they earned. They're remembered for the people they developed, the friendships they created, the traditions they protected, the stories they left behind. Every photograph on the Wall of Honor, every achievement patch, every motorcycle displayed inside the clubhouse, every chapter meeting, every patch ceremony becomes part of a history that new members inherit. Motorcycle Club Evolution isn't designed to create temporary content. It's designed to create permanent memories. A clubhouse should never feel like another property. It should feel like home. Because home isn't built with bricks. It's built by the people who gather inside. And that's exactly what transforms a motorcycle club into a family. But every family eventually reaches a moment when it's time to grow.
If you are a fan of the MC culture and you want to see these changes happen in GTA 6 Online, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's push this video out to Rockstar developers and let them know that this is what we want.